What's up, my people? Welcome to Vertical Football. Welcome to another episode of Five Things We Learned. Arsenal 3, Dinamo Zagreb nil. Goes from Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Martin Odegaard. Amazing match, an exciting game, really. I think a lot of talking points. So, guys, let's jump right into it. The 5 things we learned. The first thing really is Arsenal played very well. I think in the world of football, when you want to know if a team is going to play well, I have this belief, this myth, that one of the ways to know if a match is going to go well is to see the first minute. To see the first minute, to see and feel how the team passes the ball, how the teammates receive the ball, how the ball moves. And I felt right from the first time I saw, even though I know, yes, it's Dinamo Zagreb and everybody expects Arsenal to win, but the way I saw and I felt the way the ball was moving, I said, I just believe Arsenal was going to win the match. And they really played well. A lot of tactical points. I know it's against Dinamo Zagreb. I know you expect they're going to win, but a lot of good movements on the ball, off the ball, a lot of creating maximum width, and stressing Dinamo Zagreb's defensive formation. For example, Dinamo Zagreb, I also like the defensive shape, which I'm going to talk about later. But I like the defensive shape, and I really also like the way Arsenal exploited the whole after the second line of the defensive, the second line, the whole after their defensive second line of their defensive structure. The whole after the second line of the defensive structure. So I really like a lot of things, and it was really exciting to see. Arsenal played very well. I just hope and I'm expecting to see Arsenal, at least in the first half, have that kind of dominant against Premier League team consistently. I said it in the last time we discussed Arsenal that I don't like the going to the sides and crossing it in the Premier League. I want them to do what they did today against Dinamo Zagreb, to find those holes in between the defensive structure of the opposition, and I think that was good. Second point in today's match, I think I'm happy with what I saw from Dinamo Zagreb defensively for some parts of the game, even though I know that the first goal came from not being settled. As now, where we started right off the bat, and they caused Dinamo Zagreb problems even before Dinamo Zagreb could set up in a defensive structure well. But I think I like what I saw, because I was also going into this game to watch Fabio Cannavaro's team. I wanted to see Fabio Cannavaro, one of the greatest defenders in his generation, a Ballon d'Or winner, if I'm not mistaken. Took Italy, won the famous World Cup, that Zinedine Zidane was sent off. So I wanted to see, as a manager, even though I knew that team has had 2 other managers before him this season, but I wanted to see how did we set up. And I think I like the defensive structure. It was very fluid. At some points it was a 5-4-1. At some points it was a 3-2, 5-2-3. Sometimes it was a 5-3-2. It was not constantly shifting. But also, as I said earlier, Arsenal knew how to play. Arsenal knew how to exploit the weakness. Even when the defensive was compact, and they wanted to play it compact, Arsenal knew how to create maximum width that forces them, to stretch beyond their comfort zone. So I think I really like what I saw from Arsenal in how they were able to approach that defensive structure. And also, as I said, it was also nice for me to see how Fabio Cannavaro sets his team up, especially defensively, because he's one of the best defenders to ever play the beautiful game of football. The third point is Kai Havertz. I'm happy for him, an assist a goal. I think at some point in the game, I pitied him, because, I know we can be critical about him. He's not scoring, but the reality is this guy is not a striker. You can see all you want. This guy is not a striker, and I think it's unfair in a way to place the demand of a striker on him. People might say it's not a player, it's not meant to score goals. I understand that, but because there were some balls that it was given that these were striker balls. This is not a ball you give to a midfielder, an attacking midfielder, and I was not or a winger. These are balls that a striker would know how well to deal with it. But I'm also happy because it was also given a striker ball in the goal he scored, the header, and I think I really like the way he dealt with it. I was feeling pity for him because I know there's a lot of pressure on him, a lot of criticism on him, and I think you see, criticism are always nice when you are being criticized for for not doing your job. But the reality is when you are thrown in the deep end to do a job that is not necessarily yours and then you're criticized for it, I think sometimes it's unfair. And I felt that I'm happy that he got the goal. And I think Arsenal needs to get a striker. Please, the pressure, the pressure on Kai Havertz, the criticism on Kai Havertz should stop. Even though I've said at most moment I felt he should have scored this goal and the likes, but I feel the criticism should go to whom is due the criticism, which is the people in the boardroom, and Mikel Arteta gets a striker so that you don't have issues like this, because a lot of balls that he did not convert were striker balls and you can't really blame him because he's not a striker. I think fourthly, I want to say good rotation from Mikel Arteta. I know it's against Dinamo Zagreb, so you want to say we are seeing everything we want in this game, but Dinamo Zagreb, I think good rotation against Dinamo Zagreb. But also we have to say Raheem Sterling, not so much of a convincing performance, but also I don't want to give excuses. Let me just say plainly and plainly like that. You can make do with what you want to, with that statement. Clearly, it wasn't a good performance from Raheem Sterling, and it's a loan. So I think no harm's done. A loan. So let's see how that goes. And lastly, I think the game was a confidence boosting game. I think it's one of the games where your team wins and that confidence is boosted. And I even had a news before coming up on the on set after the game that Arsenal can now go for warm weather training. Their warm weather training in hotter climates and warmer climates at that period. I think good news for them. More time to train, but I think it was a confidence boosting win for Arsenal, and also the likes of Martin Odegaard gets a goal. So I think and Arsenal fans will be hoping that Martin Odegaard gets more and more goals after this one. So guys, these are my opinions on the game: Arsenal versus Dinamo Zagreb, Mikel Arteta versus the almighty Fabio Cannavaro, amazing defender, one that I like, and it's good to see. I think you can't judge his coaching ability off of this game, because I didn't want to say, but let me say it. Obviously, you have seen today, Dinamo Zagreb team is not really, it doesn't really have the players it takes to present themselves in a very good way today. So guys, as usual, please like this video, please subscribe, and most importantly, please share. And also, I know you have your comments on how you saw the game and the options that you saw, and the tactical things you saw in the game. Please do good to drop it in the comment section. Guys, it was nice being here with you guys to analyze the Champions League game between Arsenal and Dynamo Kiev. To see you next time. Bye.